What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 2nd Street. It's Wednesday, July 29th, 2019. It's New Comic Book Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for my comic book pull list. Thank you all so much for tuning into the 2nd Street Marvel today. Now, if this is your first time here, I talk a lot about comic books, movies, and even music, and I do the occasional giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. Now, in case you don't already know, every single Wednesday is New Comic Book Day at your local comic book shop, and today I'm here in my local comic book shop, Bases Cards and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you my comic book pull list for today. Now, before I really get into my pull list, there is one thing that I wanted to let you all know. You should get out and support your local comic book shop, and I can guarantee you, if they are anything like mine, they have more than just comic books. They have t-shirts, posters, action figures, and even sports cards, and just different kinds of cards as well. So you should get out and check them out. And you know, they sometimes have free stuff, and that's one thing that I got to show you today. Is this right here is the new comic book solicits that are getting ready to come out for, what is this, October already? August for October, and pretty much this is just a free book. You know, it kind of tells all the different comic books that are getting ready to come out in the month of October. In case you don't know what a comic book pull list is, there should be a video right up here where you can go and check that out, and I go over those kinds of things. Now, like I said, every single Wednesday new comic books are released, as well as trade paperbacks and even graphic novels. The first thing on my list I want to bring to your all attention, in case this is your first time here, or you're not a current reader, or you just want to get into reading and don't know where to start at, Marvel Comics actually puts out these issues right here. These are True Believers. These things only cost $1, and for, you know, these are reprints of old classic tales. For $1, you absolutely cannot beat it. Classic tales, classic stories, and you know, just some of the classic art. Now, the first ones that I have here are this True Believers Absolute Carnage Planet of the Symbiotes. That is it right there in the cover, and I can tell you, it says right here, this is a reprint originally published in a magazine form as Amazing Spider-Man Super Special. So, like I said, it's a reprint of an old comic book. So, you know, and it only costs $1. You really can't beat that price. The next one of the True Believers here is Carnage Mind Bomb. Now, this one is a reprint of Carnage Mind Bomb #1. Apparently that was exactly what the name of it was. Sometimes they put like different titles on there. So like I said, at $1 you can't really beat these prices on these brand new or these classic tales. So you know, you should get out to your local comic book shop and check them out. If you don't know where to start at, start there with the True Believers, and you can always go on from there. Getting into my comic book pull list, the first one that I have here is Powers of X. This is issue #1. This is the new series. They are kind of rebooting the X-Men franchise and everything, starting here with Jonathan Hickman's Powers of X. Actually, last week was the House of X. That was where it all started off. But this is the other series, Powers of X. And these are 6-issue limited series. So, you know, and then after that, they're going to go ahead and kick on to some new series going on out there. And I can't really tell you about the House of X. I didn't get a chance to read last week's issue. So, you know, from what I've heard, though, people really did like it. There's been a lot of buzz about it. The next issue I have here is another #1. That is Death's Head issue #1. Now, I can tell you, I don't really know a whole lot about this series, about this character, but I do know that this was previously released on a comic book publisher, you know, overseas, I believe. I'm not too for sure about that, but you know, maybe I should look a little more into that, and I'll get some information on that by the time I bring you guys the review for this issue #1. The next one I have here is Marvel Comics Presents issue #7. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have ever checked these out, but Marvel Comics Presents might be something that if you're new into comics, you might want to check out as well. There are 3 different stories contained within each one of these issues. So, you know, it's something else you might want to check out. However, you know, these ones are, you know, usually $1 more. This one costs $4.99 as opposed to the normal, typical $3.99 of most of the other comic books. And they are different stories. They all kind of tie in together and just different things like that. So, you know, like I said, if you're new into comic books, it might be something that you want to check out. The next one I have is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue #9. Now, man, it's kind of crazy to say that we're already on issue #9. It seems like not too long ago this series actually just kicked off. Tom Taylor has been doing a pretty good job in writing this story. I like what he's done with the Peter Parker character. These are kind of more grounded tales of just him in the neighborhood, being his friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's a little different than the scope of what's going on in Nick Spencer's Amazing Spider-Man right now. The next issue I have here is Captain America issue #12. I'm not sure if you guys have been following the Captain America series. I really like what Ta-Nehisi Coates has been doing with this story. Now, there's not so much action in here so much, but what I like is the story and how he's kind of been, Captain America has been having to kind of regain America's trust after all the events that happened a couple of years ago in the big event, Secret Empire, in which he basically took over America, all of its armed forces and everything like that. He was the Heights Supreme, and you know, enough about that. Maybe it's something I need to go review for you guys, but I really have been liking this story. That's all the Marvel comics that I have for this week. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into some small press and indie books, and the first one I have here is Kanto, issue number 2 on IDW Comics. Now, I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to read issue number 1 on Kanto, but I can tell you it's not anything that I would normally read. I probably wouldn't just pick it up out of the blue, and but I actually happened to my local comic book shop, my awesome comic book shop here, did allow me to take one home and read it before and brought it back just so I can bring a review, and I want to do a good review on that. I've actually shot a review on it a couple of times, and I just didn't like the way I did the review, and I just want to go back and bring that review for you guys, as well as this one here. You guys should get out and read this book. It's been really good. I like the story that's going on here, and once again, this is only a limited series. I believe they are doing 6 issues on this. We're already on issue number 2. The next few months are going to fly by, folks. Don't wait on trades for this. If you can get out there and check this out, you should. I know that Kanto issue number 1 was a relatively small run, and you probably can't find the first run of that, but I can tell you they have released a second run on that, and you should definitely get in and check it out. I've liked what they're doing with that series so far. The next issue I have here is on Image Comics, and that is Ice Cream Man, issue number 13. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have ever read this book. I've never actually personally read it myself, but I can tell you I will link a video somewhere like right up here where you can go check it out. I actually decided to check this issue out on the suggestion of Comics on the Pyre. It's another channel here on YouTube. Like I said, there should be a video right up there where you can go check it out. He did a review of this recently. It was kind of telling about the story, what was going on here, and I got to tell you, it really piqued my interest. So I seen this issue actually came out today, issue number 13, and it's something I definitely wanted to buy and wanted to check out. And I can't wait to bring you guys a review on this as well. But like I said, you should go over to Comics on the Pyre and check out his review that he done on it. I like his channel and the way he kind of breaks down and does. They're not even really reviews. It's more like an overview, like a commercial of the book that you're getting ready to read. And that's what I like about his channel and what he's doing over there. Comics on the Pyre. Make sure you go check him out and check out that video that he did for the review of Ice Cream Man. That's all I have for my comic book pull list this week. But let me know down in the comments section, what do you have on your pull list? And what of these comic books that I pulled this week would you like me to talk more about on the Trailer Park Live? In case you don't know what the Trailer Park Live is, the Trailer Park Live is a live stream show that I do every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I typically go over a couple of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then I get in and interact with the viewers as I talk about some of the things that have happened throughout the week in movies, comics, and even music. So make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, hell, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. But while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.